Here we go, first test with the camera and microphone. Lads, for anyone that doesn't know me, so this is my first motovlog that I'll actually do properly. I've recorded some stuff in the past before, but my name's Greg, 27, Irish, living in Brisbane. Been living here for the last, oh nice Porsche, Taycan, nice. Been living here for the last almost 3 years now, and this is my Trident 660 that I don't get to ride enough, maybe a handful of times a month, but when I say that, I haven't been out in it now in like 4 months because my two hobbies are golf and bikes, and the golf has been taking priority in Queensland summer because it's just a bit hot to ride as well. So don't know what I'm going to talk about. Give you a cold start. No, not a cold start because I've been out already, but just picked up the microphone, so hopefully it's a bit clearer and I'll be able to edit properly. I'm on a fairly busy biker road coming up the Mount Nebo over to Mount Glorious route, but let's just chat away, see what the story is. I think I originally wanted to do this to... Let's get going here. Don't know what the wind noise is going to be like now because I have my visor open. I might have to close that and see what that sounds like. So forgive me if there's any mistakes from my first time doing this, but I think I have no fucking earplugs in now either. Bollocks. Anyway, I'll do it the next time we stop. 27 minutes. Yeah, I originally wanted to do this to improve my communication skills. I think your man was signaling for cops there. Improve my communication skills in the workplace more than that, or just be able to have a bit more confidence in speaking. Just looking at the cars here and see if there's cops here. 70. How's it going? I'm a mechanical engineer. I work for asset management company, mainly doing mining consultancy and asset management strategy, but that doesn't matter because I'm out on my fucking bike and this is what I like to do in my spare time when I get time to do it. Play golf, I ride bikes, and I drink beers, and it would be nice to do a bit more of that instead of spending all of my life in work is what I think. So whether this turns into something, I really don't know, but I'm just learning how to edit as well at the same time, so just putting a bit of time into what I actually like to do instead of just being a miserable fucker going to work every day. I wouldn't say I love my job, but it's not the worst in the world either. I get paid fairly well to be able to do stuff like this and have a couple-year-old. There's the coppers there now, I'm taking handy. Give the lads a signal there now when if I pass anyone. I think it's 70, so I'm just cruising along here now at 70. They'll catch people very easily there now in that spot. Your man there didn't fucking warn me before that. Huh? Biker community looking out for each other. Sound bots. But I think the plan going forward, I'm going to try get out, even if I'm only riding around the city in Brisbane itself, just try get out once a week and edit a video or bring one out once a week if I can on YouTube. I have my TikTok and Instagram accounts and stuff all set up. I've made some reels and shorts from golf and stuff like that. I actually just came back from California a few weeks ago on a family golf trip, which was epic. We kind of do a golf trip once a year. We were in Dubai last year and we went to California this year, so that was really, really good fun. But I didn't take out the camera as much. Played the iconic Pebble Beach, which was unbelievable to say the least. But as you can hear, I'm not the most confident speaker in the world, so hopefully this will bring me out of my shell a small bit more. So during the week, yeah, I'd like to get out once a week or once at the weekend, even if it's only like a 10, 15, 20 minute video, just to film, say how my week is gone. And just, that's the one thing I do like about the biking community, where you'll meet anyone, they're kind of up for a chat. more or less straight away. So why can't I just do the same thing online, and I'm sure I'll meet some people along the way. The biking inspiration comes straight from my dad. He always had a bike when I was growing up, and he's got a fair few of them now, so we go riding a good bit together. When I'm back in Ireland, obviously that's only once a year maybe now, for the past couple of years when we've been over here. But I've had my bike license for about 7 years now, but we do go on a bike trip every year, typically with Edelweiss, the Austrian company, and they do great tours around the world. Predominantly Europe, I think, is their main hub, but my dad has done like 10 plus tours with them, so they consider a bit of a veteran with them. But I've done 2 tours. I've done the Australia tour, Best of Down Under it's called, and I have done the last November/December we done In the Realm of the Mekong River tour, which is between Laos and Thailand, which was very, very good. I used to live in Vietnam for a couple of years before we moved to Australia, so I knew what it was like to ride in Asia, but very eye-opening experience to not only ride a bike but also to see the quality of life over there. It's just so simple, and they're all so happy. I've got some footage from that. I didn't have the microphone or anything set up at that stage, and I hadn't really committed to the motovlogging bit, is what I would say, but I've got some footage, some longer footage of some of the roads in Thailand. Epic, super for biking. Roads in Laos, oh god, non-existent. I was on an F800 GS. Just signalling the lads, giving them the old helmet double tap there, even though they're a good bit down. Oh, is that rain? Where was I? Giving the lads a signal again. Yeah, between Laos and Thailand, I was on an F800 GS. The tour started in Thailand, up in Khon Kaen, and then we headed straight for Laos on the first day. And my god, some of the roads in Laos, the speed bumps, the potholes, the trucks overtaking you, just life-threatening stuff, but exactly what you want. That'll keep you awake on the bike anyway. But me and my dad were on the comms the whole time, and just great fun. Super tour, beers every night. I think what the fun fact about Laos was they're the most, please watch the road as well, Greg. They're the most, something got to do with per capita, the beer consumption in Laos. I'll get the fact, try to put it on the screen when I'm editing this, but it's something insane anyway, the amount of beer they consume it's called Beer Laos, and fuck me, it's beautiful. Oh, stay there, Johnny! But the beer consumption over there, and so cheap as well compared to Australia anyway. Beers here are between 10 and 15 bucks all the time. They're only $1 over there all the time. So, but yeah, I'll drop the link of the tour down there. And the Australia one was really good too, I will say that. It's just a completely different type of tour. But that lines me up to the third tour that I'm doing with them this year. We are going to Barcelona in end of June for a Pyrenees Extreme Tour. So I don't know about if anyone has looked at the Edelweiss website before, but they rate their tours based on, there's 3 different ratings I think, based on difficulty, time on the bike, what's the last one? Sightseeing is the last one. So out of 5 stars each one goes. So this one for difficulty is a 5 out of 5. The time on the bike is a 4 out of 5, which I think is up to 9 hours a day, and the sightseeing is a 2, which means it's literally just all about pure spirited riding, as they say in Europe. Twisties and switchbacks and Pyrenees. Never been there before. I've obviously only researched stuff on it. It looks super. It looks fantastic. I haven't done much riding in Europe, only kind of Portugal. I've done a small bit, a couple of days there, but the Pyrenees looks fantastic, and they call it Pyrenees Extreme because extreme means you carry your luggage on the back of the bike yourself. Typically with the Edelweiss tours, they have I think it's 3 different types of tours. The Royal Tour, Classic Tour, Adventure Tour and Extreme Tours. I think it's Classic and Adventure. There's a support luggage van, but on the Extreme Tours there's no luggage van that goes with you. So it's 9 days long. This is not a plug or anything, by the way. This is just me referring back to my kind of tagline in the YouTube bio, saying chasing experiences between motorbikes and golf. So it's that experience with my dad, and hopefully we're trying to get my brother into riding bikes as well. Being able to meet up somewhere around the world and do a bike trip for 10 days every year is always great fun, and just spend some good time, good family time. So I'm really looking forward to that one, but it's going to be, I think that one could be tough on the body from a road point of view or time on the bike, that it's just not switchbacks all day long, but it's just curvy, twisty all day. So concentration will have to be up for the whole day, which is fine by me. I've grown up riding bikes in Ireland, so I'm used to riding on roads that are only the size of 1 lane here, so it doesn't bother me. But when you come across some of them tours and there's people from, not stereotyping anything, but like America or places where the roads are big and wide and straight and they've never seen curves like this before, they get a small bit, geez, I'm in 6th gear, go down. They get a small bit overwhelmed, and the pace of the tour can be quite hot if it's a 5 out of 5. I think the Australia tour was a 3 out of 5 in difficulty. The Mekong tour that we just done there was a 4 out of 5 in difficulty, and the bike riding itself was fine for me, but the one bit that tour didn't have that it should have had a adventure or an off-road rating on it, which it didn't, because, hello lads, no wave, alright, just go fuck myself. Surface isn't great here now, but yeah, one of the days we had to battle 320 kilometers up over a mountain of potholes in potholes in every corner. They're just throwing them at you. Switchbacks on gravel and broken roads, and all while articulated lorries, get out of this shit in the middle of the road there, all while articulated lorries are trying to overtake you, undertake you, coming at you from different angles, and there's dogs and chickens and turkeys and pigs. You'll be able to see that when I put up some of the other footage. I think I'll just do a small voiceover on that and just let it roll. People can just POV watch it, kind of, but insane stuff. But I didn't expect it. It would have been fine if I expected it. I knew what I was getting myself into. I could have prepared for it a small bit more. Well, that's part of the adventure too. But, hello. I've never ridden a bigger bike off-road. I've only ever ridden like CRF 250s or anything like that, or 125s off-road, which are fine. You can kind of throw them around the place because they're so lightweight. But the F800 GS I was on was obviously heavier than that. It's a fully sized, or it's a mid to full size adventure bike. My dad was on 1250, but he's done some adventure stuff before. He's done the Brecon Beacons and stuff like that, and he's done a good bit of adventure style riding, so I'd say, whereas I hadn't. So I was kind of shitting my pants for that whole day. But we eventually got there. It was just slow going. It was about 9 hours on the bike throughout that for the whole thing. I actually took the camera off my helmet for that day because I was a little uneasy. But it definitely made me a better rider overall, and from my confidence went up. But I did nearly lose it a couple of times. I didn't have off-road tires on the bike. They were 90% on-road, and that's just classic Asia. What else do you expect there? But yeah, the back wheel slipped out a couple of times in orange mud, and just, I'm tensing up on the bike when I shouldn't be. I should just be nice and free-flowing. Whereas when you're standing up on the pegs of an adventure bike, it's so different, and the handlebars are jolting all over. I'm coming up with 100 different excuses here, but just because I wasn't prepared for it mentally or physically, it would have been nicer to know that. But great road other than that. Like, adventure rider's absolute dream road if you knew what you were doing. But me, nah, not a clue. Figured it out anyway. Good thing I had my dad in the comms that day with me. He kind of talked me through it a good bit, and the guide was super helpful as well, telling me what to do: stand up, squeeze the tank, move this way to go that way, and stuff, different bits like that. And the group was quite experienced in off-road, so it was fine. I got through it. It was one of them days I thought you'd never end. But anyway, back to more about me, I suppose, or why I'm doing this. I watch a good bit of I love YouTube, so I watch a good bit of stuff on YouTube about golf and bikes. So I watch people like 44 Teeth, I watch Lamb Chops, and a few different pages like that on YouTube. And I was like, why can't I do that? Let's just give it a go and see what happens. I watched the Missing the Flyer a good bit as well. He kind of got me into it, but it originally started with 44 Teeth. I like the lads all separately, as in Boothie Al and Chris, but I like their kind of hooliganism as well, because maybe gives me that same feeling when I go on tour with my dad like that too. You have a bit of crack, you have your beers in the evening, and everyone's in bed by 10 p.m. and it's just good fun. Is it going to turn into me reviewing bikes on launches? I have no idea. Oh, he's letting me off. Unlikely, but did he follow me? Yeah, as I said, well, no, it might. I've never know, but I don't see many young people doing it. I don't think, or people young. I'm fucking 27, but it seems like the people are journalists and well established in their careers or their motorcycling careers. Sometimes you're thinking, who are these bikes actually targeted towards? Are they targeted to someone like me, or are they targeted to older people like my dad's age or someone like that? He's in his mid-50s for reference, but